It's almost time to harvest my peppers here. These are all jalapenos. Check out all the cayenne peppers. Gonna have to tend to those. Oops. Let's go put this away. So tomatoes are starting to turn here. I got something over here eating my tomatoes. What the hell? Let me see that. But if you see the tops of my plants here, something is definitely eating away. I'm pretty sure it's one of those hornworms or horn caterpillars. So I can see the crap is leaving everywhere. The question is, where the hell is it? Oh, I see it. Yo, it's chilling right there. So this is no good for your tomato plants. This dude's decimated a lot of the leaves here. So what I'm going to do, I mean, one of two options. I can leave it on there. No, actually, you don't want to leave it on there. The only way I would leave it on there is actually if it had little like white dots on his back. And what that means, it has it's a type of wasp that lays its eggs on it, and when it hatches, it actually eats that. But since it's not doing the Lord's work, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna break this leaf off. And I'm gonna take it to our friends, the ants, because I hate caterpillars like this. Question is, ant hill when you need one. This is one here. Is this one here? Let's see. This is one. All right. You can just hang out. Let's see if you like. Let's get these guys riled up. Make sure you tell your other friends not to come in my garden. So besides this pest here, this caterpillar, and then these, I guess they're called like June bugs. They really are the only problems. Maybe slugs, but again, honestly, not that big of a deal. But this dude's plump because he was like destroying my tomatoes. So it is what it is. The ants don't really do anything. This dude's trying to escape town, yo. He's trying to go. I don't blame him though. So forget that guy. All right, so another pest that I have going on here. You see these leaves in my okra, how they all like just all jacked up. It's because of these guys here, and they're just annoying. So and chickens like them. Yeah, they stand no chance. So the girls like them. But it looks like it's almost time to take these white onions out. I got corn going on here. I'm gonna keep these growing for a little bit. Hopefully the ears get bigger. I don't know if I planted them too close together, but that's part of the process of, you know, growing stuff and seeing what works, what doesn't work. But real quick, I wanted to show you this loofah that is growing. Check this bad boy out here. This thing is like massive. Super easy to grow. And they make so many seeds. So like, again, you grow one, you never have to buy seeds for loofah. Here's another one here, but it's gonna get just as big. And then one thing I've never really had much success growing is watermelon, but that this will be okay. Every time I've grown them, they just, like, they get rotted out the bottom. There's another one right here. And these are yellow flesh watermelon, so something different. I've tried growing sugar babies and just never been able to enjoy them. They grow decent size, and then right at the end they fell. And then over here are cantaloupes. So these are doing very decent. There's a bunch of them in here. Again, I never had much success with cantaloupes. Another one there. Actually, 3 right there. Jeez. So I'm hoping, again, this will be something I'll be able to actually harvest and eat. There's one. There's another one. And again, these are all in this isn't a 3x6 bed. I'm using a tomato cage. Nothing fancy here. Obviously, I would like to have a bigger space to grow these in, but it is what it is. So these are all bell peppers, but they're these snack bell peppers. So what's really cool is I don't know what colors these are, but they're orange, red, yellow. So these are sweet peppers here. I don't know if you notice these gigantic marigolds. These are grown from seeds, actually seeds that I saved last year. So what I'll end up doing here is just basically, once this starts to fade, I will cut. And I don't know if you can see here, but these are all seeds. Those are all literally seeds. that you'll be able to save to grow more. So you just do it one time, you know, whether you buy it or start your own seeds, but you wouldn't have to. There's a lot of vegetables that you don't have to buy seeds forever in order to save your own seeds and for future growing season. And as long as you keep them in dry, cool conditions, they'll last forever. Right here are my cukes. Again, this is getting a little out of control. Like some of these are pickling cucumbers and some of it is like a slicing cucumber. I thought they were both slicing cucumbers, but you know, maybe I guess I didn't read the packet carefully. And then here's okra. These okra loves the heat, and if you don't stay on top of it, God, it will just get crazy. But this might be a little bit too big of a pod to harvest. But again, another easy plant that you can save the seeds from. And these are all grown from seeds from 2 seasons ago that I saved seeds from, and I just keep saving seeds. I literally have thousands of okra seeds. Potatoes, as you can see, it's starting to die back, so it's about time to come through and see what's hiding below the surface. Check out all these bees on the sunflower here. You gotta have your pollinators. I think this is so cool considering without these guys, and if you're gardening, you know, flowers just have to be part of it. Firm believer. Plus it's beautiful. I mean, look at these flowers here. Arguably some of the prettiest, biggest flowers I've ever grown, and super easy to start from seeds. And some of these have like double to triple bloom. I don't know if you see that there, like. So this produces multiple stems that you can cut from. Again, look at all these bees. I didn't even know these guys were just hanging out here. So I'm gonna let these dry out eventually, and then I should be able to take the seeds from here and save those sunflower seeds. Now, I did make a video about the garlic that I harvest from my beds. I just want to show that real quick. They're chilling in the shed right now. So this is all the garlic that I had harvested from my garden. Again, the bulbs are not the most massive sizes, mainly I think because of how close I had planted them. But this is well over 300 bulbs of garlic that I grew. And this again is garlic that I saved from last season. Some of the garlic I saved from last season to grow this year harvest. But my shed smells amazing if you like garlic. And if you're you're new to gardening, really, and you're trying to, you want to try fruit trees, I'm telling you, one of the easiest fruit trees to do is Meyer lemon. This thing grows here in this bush, like in this pot here. I bought it from the store and it had a bunch of flowers. Like this was maybe like back in April, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lemons, and it will grow plenty. And I can keep it in this guy here, cover it when we have the the winter months of frost to protect it, and then take you over here. This here fig tree, I cut this back completely in maybe November, and look how much is growing back. And I didn't even notice it just now that there are figs starting to show up on this bad boy. And you can eat them right off once they are ripe. They'll turn like a pinkish hue color. But figs are very delicious. Again, very low maintenance. Definitely something you should consider as part of your garden if you're gonna grow anything. Another really cool plant that I have. I had a bunch of them, but this thing it died back, but now it's coming back. This is a Vix plant. This is really cool. Like, I made some videos of me propagating a bunch of these, but what makes this really cool is like it has like a very like a velvet felt type leaf, but once you rub the leaf, it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. So it has like medicinal purposes that you can use it for. Like if you have like sinuses, cold, you can steep the leaves in water and like boiling water and help clear your sinuses. I'm sure there's other stuff that you can do, but this plant here grows tremendously big. It's easy to propagate, and I plan on growing some more once this gets a little bit bigger and I pot it up so it has a little more space to grow. But this is amazing little how this thing could be, great for inside, outside. It likes sunlight. All right, we're going back to the garden. Back to the garden. This is a lot of work. It's just me doing all the work in this garden. I don't mind, but some things tend to get behind, and that's okay. Like I have green beans that I need to harvest. So like you have, I clearly have beans that are getting a little too plump that I need to come out here and harvest. And this is like 18 plants in this one bed, which you wouldn't think is a lot of beans, but this thing makes a lot. Like, it's stupid how much beans it grows. When you're talking about the shoot stir fry, which vegetable are you referring to? And I mean, not doing so hot, but it's holding for the most part. This is tomato plants that I propagated from the tomatoes over here on the right side of the garden. I mean, obviously some did not survive, but rather than having to start from scratch, with seeds, This is just a quick hack that allows you to grow a lot more tomatoes. And for whatever reason here, I did put compost in here, but there's a bunch of tiny little tomatoes that are growing from seeds. So I'm just gonna let these things do their thing and see what happens. And then try to be careful walking over because I don't want to get, there's all kinds of bugs. I don't want to get bit, but this was basil. This is the second time I've cut from this bed here. I'm pretty sure I harvest like 6, maybe 7 pounds worth of basil from here. And it just keeps getting bigger, but with the season getting warmer, it does want to bolt, so I need to make sure I stay on top of it. And I don't know if you can notice, like, obviously I've been cutting it, so the stems are getting thicker. So I don't know how much more basil I'll be able to harvest from this bed, but if it keeps growing and doesn't want to flower, I'll keep harvesting from it. Oh yeah. And then over here, this is maybe one of a few plants that I did not grow from seeds. This is celery. I don't know if you could tell, like, I had harvested this here. For whatever reason, it just taking a sweet time coming back. But all these other, here's the celery I had cut back right around, I want to say the week of Memorial Day weekend, and they're already coming back pretty strong. So it's doing really well. If you're at the grocery store and you buy celery, like the whole celery stalk, once you cut off it will grow. It's the easiest thing if you want to grow celery. And you can do it in a grow bag like this here. These here are my beets. This is all wildflowers. I did some wildflower seeds, and this was me being a little bit lazy with kind of like chaos gardening. I don't know if I'll do this again. Maybe I'll just stick with just planting actual seeds or plants that I want to grow. Again, you see this is a tomato plant. There's two tomato plants in here that somehow snuck in with the compost. Sunflowers are starting to fade. And I'm kind of torn now that the garlic's out. I don't know if I'm gonna leave these empty or try to plant something in here, maybe more beans. I don't know. It is work. This mint has gone crazy. It's gone insane. More peppers here. I'm gonna have to cut this mint back. But these are more sweet peppers and some jalapeno peppers that are growing over in this corner. Zucchini squash. Not looking so good. I was able to get some squash from this and zucchini. And then I wanted it to grow vertically on the stake here. But it said, nah, I'm gonna peace out. So now I'm gonna have to clean the bed up, and I'm gonna plant something else in here. What? I don't know. Maybe some more tomatoes. Like, I did make a video on how you can propagate your tomato plants really easily. Like this here. This is what I would consider like a sucker growing here. You know, just cut that off. I would stick it in the ground and let it do its thing. And a lot of these plants here are just that. So I'm just, let me fix this, jeez. Yeah, I'm really upset about this horned caterpillar doing what it did. These are my beef steaks, tomatoes. And this thing is a mammoth. I think this is either Purple Cherokee or Dr. Weish. I'll know once it starts turning a certain color. One is supposed to be like a yellow. The Dr. Weish is like a yellow-orange color, and the Purple Cherokee is a purple reddish variety. But these are your big tomatoes that are all in this bed here that I'm growing. Versus these here are all my smaller tomatoes, like your cherry, grape-sized tomatoes. And there's like I think three or four varieties that I'm growing in this bed here. And here, yeah, that felt nice. Just walked into a spider web. Anyway, these here are all San Marzano. So these are Italian canning tomatoes you make sauces with. Do I know how to can? Nope. Am I gonna learn how to? Yes. But if I don't grow it, I never give myself the opportunity to learn how to do it. So, but as you can see here, I definitely don't have the space for all this, so that's why I do give away a lot. And I think that's still a pretty cool thing to do. There's worse things to be into. I just like gardening. I like trying new things. And just experimenting with different types of plants that you can grow. Certain things I always will have in my garden, like peppers and tomatoes. But I've never grown flowers. I've grown some flowers, but not zinnias before, which I will always grow those now. Like, super easy thing to do. But thanks for hanging out. I'm signing off. Peace.